My 11-year-old is teaching you today. Well, my name is Adora, and at the age of 7 I published my first book, Flying Fingers, which I know you all had time to see when you were sitting down. And more recently I published this book, Dancing Fingers, and it's a collection of the poems that I wrote. And it also contains some of the poems of my older sister. So I really enjoy writing, and there are some things called the 6 traits of good writing, which you might have heard of. And these are traits of writing that help you remember what you need to include, what you need to use to make your writing better. So that is what we are going to be learning about today. So the 6 traits are ideas and content, organization, voice, sentence fluency, which is the one we're learning about today, word choice, and conventions. So does anybody want to tell me what they think sentence fluency means? What does sentence fluency mean to you?
Okay.
And could the teacher please call on the students? Sorry.
Hey. She's not going to be able to hear you.
Not loud.
A nicely written sentence.
A nicely written sentence. Very good. Sentence fluency means a nicely written sentence. So does anybody have some ideas on how we could make a sentence really nicely written?
Jack?
Using good descriptive words.
Using good descriptive words. Very good. Descriptive details. Descriptive words. Making sure that your reader is able to see what you're talking about. Very good. So that's one thing you could do. So sentence fluency is one of the 6 traits of good writing. And I think that fluent writing has variety. What does that mean? Well, variety means that sentences are a variety of lengths, that they begin with a variety of different words, and that sentences are put together in a variety of ways. So variety means different ways. So when your writing is fluent, your sentences flow together. When you use the same sentence structure over and over and over again, your writing sounds choppy and dull. For example, the man was tall. The man was thin. The man crept around the fountain. The fountain was golden. The badger menaced him. The man screamed. So what is wrong with this sentence? What could we make better about this sentence?
Make the sentence longer.
You could make the sentence longer. Very good. You could maybe put some of the sentences together so that it would be more fluent. Tip number 1. To make your writing more fluent, combine short sentences to create longer sentences. Very good. Would anybody else like to tell me what we could do better here?
You could start the sentence, instead of starting it with the man all the time, you could change it to, like if the man had a name, you could put his name down.
Very good. You could say he. You could say Richard. You could definitely do that. So here's a revised version. That means that it's edited. As the tall, thin man crept around the golden fountain, he screamed because a badger menaced him. So that's just one way that we could rewrite it. It would be combining some of these sentences to make it more fluent. And at the same time, it's also not saying the man all the time. In fluent writing, sentences are a variety of lengths. They're not all short and they're not all long. And so now it's your turn. Take out your writing notebook and maybe a pencil or pen. So you guys all have pencils and pens, right? Great. And you can combine the following sentences into 1 or 2 sentences. The girl was haughty. That means she's kind of stuck up. She thinks that maybe she's better than other people. The girl chased the dog. The dog was a dachshund. The dog was frightened. The dog yelped. The dog ran through the alley. So think of how you would make this better and write a different version, a more fluent version of these sentences, and try to combine it into 1 or 2.